first topic is unlikely lines from a blockbuster movie.
I cannot hold her, Captain! I cannot hold her! Oh, no, hang on, I'll put her in the cup holder until she cools down.
Luke, I am your father. I think your mum went for about 3 stormtroopers before me.
Good news, Lord Vader. The rebels have voted 55 to 45 to stay within the Empire.
I am Thor, protector of Asgard, god of thunder, and I have lost my hammer. Great hell, where in this Wix can I buy a new one?
Nobody puts baby in a coma.
Is it raining? I hadn't noticed. And now over to Stuart with the sport.
You're right, Frodo. This is an unexpected journey. We're on a replacement bus service.
You know what? I never liked Private Ryan. I say fuck him.
In a dystopian future, one lone man emerges intent on destruction. For more on the budget, tune in to Newsnight at 10.
Say hello to my little friend. This is Warwick Davis.
I see dead people all the time. I work at Dignitas.
In all the Weatherspoons in all the world, he had to walk into mine. Tall fella, answered to the name of Dara, said I'd recognise him from the back of a megabus.
This is the furthest outreaches of the universe, Alpha Centauri. How did they get to host the World Cup?
Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? It's just very difficult to tell you've got a lazy eye.
I'm afraid it's bad news, Dumbledore. The Ofsted inspectors have arrived.
They brought the dinosaurs back to life. Welcome to the best exotic Marigold Hotel.
What's wrong, Batman? Well, Robin's dead. Catwoman just dragged him in and tore his guts out and left him at the foot of me bed.
Ant-Man! It's me, Deckman!
Okay, the next topic is unlikely things to hear on a travel programme.
Look at these wide, sandy beaches. Fantastic. And we're almost certain the Ebola has now gone.
And the most wonderful thing about a trip to China is you get the opportunity to meet the child that made your trousers. Yeah, I said it!
Southend is a lot like Las Vegas. It's the only other place in the world where you can play for sex with chips.
This is Taiwan. I've given him a number because I can't pronounce his name properly.
I'm Danny Dyer, and welcome to Italy's quaintest vineyards.
Now, if you are travelling to America, remember to pack some anti-sickness tablets, because this is where Piers Morgan lives.
Running, cycling, rock climbing, you'll do anything to get out of this shithole.
The accommodation, the weather, the food, all of these wonderful things help you to forget how smelly the locals are. Yeah, I said it! Yeah.
Today we got a flavour of Thailand with just a little bit of Iraq. I'm in a branch of Thai-Rack.
This week, I'm in Kyrgyzstan, answering your questions, like, how do you spell it, and where the fuck is it?
So, here we are in Lewisham. Now, it is a very impoverished area, but there's a lot to see and do if what you like seeing and doing is crime.
This truly is the best way to see Portsmouth, while looking at a picture of it when you're in Paris.
I'm almost certain my producer has got this wrong. I'm on a train to Leighton with a load of football fans. This is the Orient Express.
Something about travel.
Yeah, I said it.
This is Keflavik, one of Iceland's oldest geezers. You all right, mate?
When you arrive, why not try island hopping, or as it's also known as river dance?
When you travel, it's important to immerse yourself in the culture. So here I am in Malia, being fingered outside the Lammen flag.
Unlikely things to hear on Breakfast TV.
You're watching Breakfast TV because the chemist won't have your Valium ready until mid-morning.
Breakfast news now. A man has drowned in a bowl of Cheerios. Sadly and ironically, his family didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
This is BBC Breakfast. Look at it, that's meant to be a sausage.
Now, if you didn't see earlier on, we had steps. And that's why we interviewed Stephen Hawking outside.
Stay put for Jeremy Kyle. Today's tooth count is 3.
The world of show business has suffered another tragic loss. But don't worry, it's one of the ones you already thought was dead.
A lot of people ask me how I stay awake at this time. Well, you know what they say. Early to bed, crack cocaine in the morning.
Today we're looking at the world's biggest birthday... Oh, no, Eamon's in it.
If you've been affected by any of the issues in today's Jeremy Kyle show, then phone us up. You're the sort of freak we need to get on tomorrow.
Later on, we'll be meeting a man who has to go through 50 steps before he can orgasm. All that to come.
It's Channel 5, it's 5 a.m, and I am going to sack my agent.
Well, it's time for the traffic news now, here on Christian Breakfast Time. So let's go over to our eye in the sky, God.
If you hear a knock at your door, you could be the winner of £20,000. 2 knocks and it's a police raid. Hide the guns.
Now we're going over to the kitchen where Chef Tony will be cooking up an excuse for why he's been texting my wife.
Next up on Channel 4 Breakfast is a brand new homegrown British sitcom. Only joking, it's Everyone Loves Fucking Rape.
Well, let's take a look at the traffic. There it is. Brum, brum.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one. In the studio, we've got the new Doctor Who. Accidentally killed someone.
OK. The next topic is lines you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
The dark stranger emerged from the sea, his wet shirt clinging against his muscular torso. Soon, she held him and said the words she'd been dying to say for ages. I'm UK Border Patrol and you're under arrest.
She felt every part of his 8 inches. He was stiff, absolutely wretched, and even in her innocence, she knew her hamster was dead.
He felt a swelling down there. Shouldn't have tried to bang a beehive.
He took her hand in his and squeezed it. Now, he thought, I wonder where the rest of her body is.
I want to role play. I'll be a prince from a mythical land, and you be your sister.
He cupped her breast and put her arse in a bowl. She was into really weird shit.
You could make love, she said. Or vole, he replied, looking up from their game of Scrabble.
She felt her bosom heaving as Mr. Darcy came ever closer. Blimey, he said. You don't get many of them to the pound.
He grabbed her hand, he held it tightly, and they skipped off through the fields of daffodils. And it was at that moment she thought he might be a little bit gay.
He looked at the tattoo of Chinese writing on her back. He didn't know what it meant, but he did know she'd put out on a first date.
Jeremy Corbyn, you've got me blindfolded. What are you going to do now? Nothing. I just wanted to highlight the injustice of inmates detained at Camp X-Ray without a fair trial.
Why? Why does it end like this, she said. Childhood accident, he replied. I crushed it in the trouser press.
The debutantes paraded in the ballroom in front of the rich landowners, and the Master of Ceremonies proudly proclaimed, "Let the Darcys fondle the arses."
Marjorie, I'm going to kiss you like you've never been kissed before.
Of course I've seen a black penis before, she said. Just never attached to a white man.
Rejected exam questions.
History. Did I delete it?
If cycling 10 miles a day uses up 400 calories, explain why Boris Johnson is still a fat bastard.
If the sun is 93 million miles away, how can that cost £32 in an Uber?
Where is Greece? Is it A, the southern Mediterranean, or B, up shit creek?
What does the French phrase déjà vu literally translate as?
Using examples of Michelangelo's work, write 500 words on why he was the best turtle.
What does the French phrase déjà vu literally translate as?
Question A. Media studies. Is it a real subject? Question B. Is it...
Using a compass and ruler, draw perfect cock and balls.
Is this a rhetorical question?
You may now commence your anal sex exam. Please turn over.
Explain how UKIP became a major force in British politics without using the word wanker.
If Jay-Z is unfortunate enough to have a problem with a bitch, how many problems does Jay-Z now have?
Aggravated violence, question 1. Why might you use a bit of rubber hosepipe? No marks.
What colour is this dress? White and gold or black and blue? Discuss.
If a train leaves the station at the correct time and arrives at its destination at the correct time, how cool would that be?
Chemistry. Me, you. Is there any?
Okay, the next topic is unlikely things to say when running for US president.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and if you elect me the first female president of the United States, I promise you that on my first day in the White House, I will hire a very attractive male intern. He will be on his knees, not having sexual relations with me all day. Hashtag payback, hashtag long game.
I want to go to Washington. Why? I want to see what colour the White House is.
No, we can't!
The name Clinton is in the DNA of the White House. In fact, the DNA of Clinton are on the walls of the White House.
I know the value of family because I sold one of my children to pay for this campaign.
As president, I will welcome immigrants, because the White House is massive and it's not going to clean itself.
I will govern for all of this country. Not just the metropolitan cities on the coast, but also you cousin shaggers down south.
I would like to introduce you to my new Homeland Security advisor. Say hi, Lamb Chop.
Hi. Come on, of course I'm the guy to succeed Obama. You know what they say? Once you go black.
If you elect me America's first colourblind president, I will do everything I can to uphold the values of the brown, white and green.
I would now like to talk to you people in a language of my own devising.
I want to put more boots on the ground in Afghanistan, and also 2 more branches of paper chase.
What you must remember is the people we need to convince are the great American people. And most of them are as thick as pig shit.
I'd like to apologise for Mr. Trump, which is what I say when I've just farted in bed.
When I was little, I did not plan to be President of the United States. This is more like a holding job until I get to rule a good country.
I am American through and through. Cut me, and I will shoot you in the face.
I wish to have no secrets in this campaign. I wish to be completely open, and it is done. That is why I'm going to start that again, because I fucked that up.
We Republicans want to reach out to all Americans. Blacks, whites, Chinese-y-looking ones.
I want to have no secrets in this campaign, and that is why I have gathered you here tonight to tell you I shot JFK.
Unlikely things to hear on a consumer program.
Dear Anne, The other day, I was changing my baby's nappy and he weed right in my face. Does this mean I can make a PPI claim?
Well, the toilet wasn't connected and there was no water coming out of the taps. And that's the last time I have a poo in the showroom at B&Q.
An important recall announcement now, as it transpires a large shipment of party poppers was mistakenly packaged as tampons.
Bad news for electricity consumers. N-Power has been bought by N-Dubs.
Critics say Botox is too expensive, but we spoke to 50 people who just paid for the treatment and none of them looked surprised.
Mr. Jones got a nasty rash from his new blanket. Good job he kept the receipt. Unfortunately, it doesn't cover as much as his body, it's not half as warm.
When they came home to find saloon doors and 6 dead Native Americans, they knew they were the victim of cowboy builders.
Firstly, we'd like to apologise for the mispronunciation on last week's show, and particularly to those people who, as a result, have invested all of their life savings in ISIS.
The house was haunted, and when he refused to pay the £200 for the exorcism, it was repossessed.
Dear Watchdog, I bought these pork scratchings, but they all taste a bit David Cameron-y.
The kids were left shocked, frightened and in tears. So our advice, if you're hiring a face painter, don't book a surrealist.
A word of advice for anyone that wants to buy shares in the company that makes Toblerone. This is a pyramid scheme.
If you've been tempted to go abroad for cheap boob jobs, you might reconsider after hearing about Sally, who came back from Thailand and discovered her implants had been filled with helium and now they've gone tits up.
OK, the next topic is lines you wouldn't hear in a kid's film.
Why are you crying, Mummy? Said Pepper. Well, said Mummy Pig.
What did Cameron do to you, babe?
But why are we going this way, said Bilbo. Well, said Gandalf, we've got to find some way of stretching this shit to 3 films.
It's bad news, Dorothy. The Cowardly Lion has been shot by an American dentist.
And here come Lala, Tinky Winky and Poe, or the Shadow Cabinet, as they're also known.
It's bad news, Pumbaa. Simba has been shot by an American dentist.
Here comes Captain Hook, who turned to piracy after his benefits were stopped.
No, James, that isn't a giant peach. That's Nicki Minaj walking away from us.
Edmund, Lucy, bad news.
Hi, Harry Potter. It's me, your friend Ron Weasley. Don't I look a little bit like that James Acaster we saw on Mock the Week? Hey, here's a good idea. Let's go to all of his gigs and shout Ron Weasley at him in the audience, because no one's ever done that before.
Hello, we're the Railway Children, except on Sundays when we're known as the Bus Replacement Children.
Once a year, there is an event called the Hunger Games. or as some call it, London Fashion Week.
Half grizzly bear and half buffalo. The gruffalo was the biggest, scariest animal in the whole wood, until one day he got a job presenting Mock the Week.
Nemo? Me? No.
Nanny McPhee, I've got bad news. We're replacing you with Nanny McSmallerfee from Belarus.
I'm Herbie, a VW Beetle. I've falsified my emissions tests.
So as you can see, we filmed the whole movie over Skype, which is why we called it Frozen.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is we can disembowel a gazelle in 10 seconds.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
And that's a wonderful sleight of hand from the Welsh fly half. He's picked up the loose ball, he's tucked it back in his shorts, and nobody seems to have noticed.
I can see Nico Rosberg's helmet.
Apologies, after 15 years in this job, I've just been told it's not pronounced croquette.
And after that victory, they'll be dancing on the street of Samoa tonight. 100 metres in 4 hours, 26 minutes, and that is meter reading at its very best.
Now, Gary Kasparov, he's going to move his pawn. And he's done it just in time. His wife's home, but he's got it under the bed.
Welcome to beach volleyball. The players are currently getting changed into their kits while their mums hold a towel up in front of them.
And Shane Warne will be laughing on the other side of his face after that surgery.
I'd like to apologise. What you're watching is, in fact, judo, and not, as I said earlier, timed pyjama cuddling.
Oh, this should be relatively easy for Rory McIlroy. Oh, how has he done that? All he had to do was say, get a Santander 1, 2, 3 account.
Kasparov toying with his bishop. And oh, his wife's home, she's caught him!
Ah, that pot was remarkable. But now I've got a major case of the munchies.
We'd just like to refute the idea that the BBC has lost coverage rights of all good sports. We now cross to a girl playing noughts and crosses against a clown.
What a thrilling cricket match.
Left hand, big right hand again, big left hand. Why has no one put these gloves in pairs?
What the fuck is a furlong?
OK. The next topic is unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
On ITV2 next, what Katie did next, which I'm guessing is get her tits out and marry some thick prick for publicity purposes.
I can see you.
A very special episode of Songs of Praise now, coming live from Stringfellows.
That That was Game of Thrones, and if you're affected by any of the issues raised in that show, what the fuck is wrong with your family?
Is masturbation bad for you? That's not the next programme, I'm just thinking aloud.
Next up, Baking and Entering with Anthony Worrell-Thompson.
Next up, Ross Kemp meets one of America's toughest gangs. But before that, a minute's silence for Ross Kemp.
No! Don't! This is bullshit! Hate it when the eggheads win.
Now on Channel 4, one born every minute, including graphic scenes of childbirth that some viewers may find inspiration to get a coil.
And now on Channel 4, Skins. 4 skins.
Next up on Channel 4, +1, -2, divided by 3. Countdown.
Next up, we have literally the only episode of Top of the Pops 2 we're allowed to show.
That was Mock the Week. Wasn't it weird when one of them said the exact same thing I'm saying right now? Still, talented fella.
Next up on BBC... Wait a minute, are those hippos swimming in a circle? What? Why are we watching Homes Under the Hammer?
Now it's one of those X Factor episodes where they sing next to a swimming pool. I presume to prepare them for a life singing on cruise ships.
You're watching the adult channel +1, because that Viagra's taking a while to kick in.
Well, next up, it's Midlands Today, so if you're watching in the Orkneys, you can fuck off.
Controversial cleric Abu Hamza.
Abu Hamza, part man, part coat hanger, has said that even though he's in America, his heart is in Mecca and his arm is in Afghanistan. The British police arrested him and then released him because they realised just how difficult it would be to make it look like he'd hung himself in his cell. The Americans want him to help with their investigations into 9/11 because they've got a black box they're having a lot of difficulty opening.
OK, education. Who wants to go for that? Frankie's up.
The government's new education policy, apparently, is to make children stay at school till they're 18. It's just not living in the modern world, is it? 17-year-olds having to go to school. Who's going to pick their kids up from primary? The Catholic Church have got a big thing this week. They say they don't want sex education in schools because that's like giving the kids pornography, as opposed to the traditional Catholic method of educating them, of actually shagging them. Come on. Sex education at my school was a muttered warning about the janitor.
The next topic is transport. Who wants to come in on that? Frankie.
Now, I never travel by Virgin Trains on the principle that it's not a great recommendation if the guy who owns the train network chooses to travel by hot air balloon. What is it with the new toilets on trains? What was wrong with a toilet door that just locked? Now it's like this multiple choice system. So if anything goes wrong, you're going to be sitting there while the whole wall slowly slides away. And you're unveiled like a prize on a quiz show. For 500 points, a shitting woman.
Frankie, do you want to take a crack at that topic?
Nice choice of phrase there.
Thank you very much.
Have you seen all this stuff about gay adoption? What's the controversy? I'd have loved to have had a gay dad. Do you remember all that stuff at school? Oh, my dad'll batter your dad. My dad could batter your dad. Listen, my dad'll shag your dad. And your dad'll enjoy it.
It is, of course, national surveys. Anyone want to try something on that? Good man, Frankie.
They've done a survey in America that says that Osama bin Laden is now more famous than Michael Jackson. And you think, yeah, but he puts a lot less effort into his videos, doesn't he? It really freaked the Americans out if he just threw in a wee moonwalk now and again. Hey, more famous than Michael Jackson, but who would you rather have looking after your kids? They did a survey this week that said that 20% of British men have a problem with premature ejaculation. The others just don't think it's really a problem. Sex and on early nights. They brought out a condom for premature ejaculation, and basically it's got an anaesthetic in the lining, so it makes you numb and you can last for longer. Or you can wear it inside out and you don't have to wake anybody up.
On the same topic, Frankie, it's your turn.
Apparently, in America, they're building a big tower on the site of September 11th, Freedom Tower, and they're looking at ways of trying to make it terrorist-proof. I think they should have just built a giant mosque. No one's going to fly into that, are they? Or even better, a runway. How galling would it be if you hijacked a plane, then had to come in and make a textbook landing? They're always going, oh, don't deal with terrorists. We mustn't deal with terrorists. Let's deal with them. What's Allah offering you boys? 100 virgins? We'll give you 50 slags. Or 2 women from Dundee.
Come on. Frankie, it's your turn.
We know we've got this thing now, extreme rendition, where basically they fly people out to torture them. And those flights stop in Scotland. I mean, this is horrendous. People being denied basic human rights, orange jumpsuits. How are we supposed to tell these flights apart from EasyJet? I mean, EasyJet probably would torture you. They'd just charge you for it as an extra. You want a sack on your head and pissed on, sir? That'll be €6. Is this really what we want to do with Islamic fundamentalist terrorists? Make sure they're all on planes? Isn't that a bit like when they used to lock the A-team into a shed full of old mechanical parts?
Frankie, on the topic of science and innovation.
There's no scientific progress, OK? Do you remember when NASA used to be able to put people on the moon, and now they can barely do a shuttle mission without killing everyone? Do you remember the last mission when they were pretending that everything was OK, even though that guy had to go out on a spacewalk with a makeshift hacksaw? I don't know about you, but if I was in a plane and I just watched the pilot shimmy out along the wing, give me the big thumbs up. A makeshift hacksaw? What kind of Blue Peter operation was that? We can't hear you, Houston. The yogurt pots and string are not long enough.
The subject is the royals. Frankie.
Why have the royals sent both Prince William and Prince Harry to Sandhurst? What, is there some kind of advanced gayness that doesn't get covered at public school anymore? Do you not think life must be quite weird for Prince Harry? Getting really stoned and seeing your grand's face appearing on your money. I have a theory. A theory about Prince Philip, that he can only die once he's insulted every nation on earth. So you're the ambassador for Fiji. Finally I can die, you spear-throwing pig humper.
It is the future. Frankie.
Worrying about the future is different if you're Scottish. So like English people are worried about the euro coming in, because they're worried about what it'll mean for nationality and identity. And in Scotland, we're worried that they might close down Pound Stretcher. Well, the new coins be heavy enough to throw at referees. You know, people worry about global warming, and in Scotland we think, about time. I don't know if you've been to Scotland, but you'll have noticed not a lot of Scottish people have wind chimes in their house. It'd be like having tinnitus. And the winter is a tremendously difficult time of year for Scottish men to get laid, because Scottish women wear so many clothes. It's difficult to get at them. You know how in the movies and that, a young man's sexual rite of passage is the first time he manages to get a woman's bra strap undone. In Scotland, it's the first time you get a button off in her duffel coat. Oh, just another 2 to go. Then I've got my hands on that fleece. It's layers up there. Having a gangbang in Scotland's like playing pass the parcel.
The subject is charity. Oh, Frankie.
I tell you what I hate is comic relief. People sitting in a bath full of beans for starving Africans. Send them the bloody beans! Homeless charities. You know, how come it is that we can get charities that will take like all the dogs off the streets and provide them at homes, but we can't do that for people? I'd like to see a TV show like Tramp Rescue. Walks and drinking heavily, arguing over games of pool. Perhaps you could provide a home for Kenny. We never knowingly put a healthy tramp down. I know you think it's a bit rich, a Scottish person standing talking about homelessness in London, but those people you see on the streets aren't actually tramps. They're Scottish tourists who consider their own clothing to be 2-star accommodation. I enjoyed Live Aid. It was good to see so many rock stars donating their time to Bob Geldof, much as his wife donated herself to so many of them in the 1980s. Ultimately, if you can't afford to bring up your child, why not send him to Africa, where you can pay to have him brought up for £15 a month standing order? And you'll get to meet Lenny Henry.
Airport security. Frankie.
Say airport security is inconvenient. It's inconvenient if you're a white guy. If you've got a beard and a turban, you're about 18 months away from having to fly naked on a clear plastic plane. I was disgusted, you know, by that flight from Malaga where the 2 guys got thrown off because the passengers said they looked dodgy because they were Muslim. Now, that's got to hurt, hasn't it? You're getting called dodgy by the sort of scumbags who are flying back from Malaga. OK, buddy, I'm Muslim, but you're covered in tattoos and 12 years older than your own son.
Lucky you, it's the Labour cabinet.
John Reid's got a stupid new idea. He wants to make criminals pay compensation to their victims. What if they've not got any money? And go do community service for them. Hey, I'm here to do your garden. Remember me? I murdered your husband. He's wanting to force through ID cards. Now, ID cards don't mean that your identity won't be stolen. It just means that once it's stolen, you're screwed. You know, I've left my wallet in the hotel. I'm going to need new eyeballs and a finger transplant.
Subject is the Middle East.
You know when everything kicked off in Lebanon, all the Scandinavian countries evacuated all their people the minute anything happened. Do you know where they put them? Syria. What was that called? Operation Out of the Frying Pan. And then we had bombs coming through Prestwick Airport to be dropped on civilians over there. I mean, it's really grim, but I suppose our only hope is that Prestwick Airport will have done their usual, got it all mixed up with their luggage. Lebanon will have got bombed with stuff Scottish folk are trying to bring back from their holidays. You'll switch on the news to see a children's school getting levelled by 40,000 packets of Benson and Hedges.
Well done, Frankie Boyle. Very good. The topic is Scotland.
I have this covered. Is that your image of Scotland? You know that's 3 English blokes at a wedding? Do you remember years ago when they were making Braveheart, everyone said, oh, it's ridiculous, Mel Gibson playing a Scottish guy. That's not going to be very convincing. And look at him now, an alcoholic racist. The most Scottish thing I've ever seen, I was going through a town called Bathgate at about 11:30 at night, and there was a guy pissing against the front door. He then took out his keys and went inside.
It's science.
My favourite science thing recently was that thing where the European Space Agency had a successful probe that crash-landed on the moon. Now, to me, nothing is that successful if it crashes. That's a bit like saying that you've swum the channel because your corpse has been washed up on a beach. We've now got face transplant technology. Surely the best thing about having a face transplant is that you get to turn up at the donor's funeral and go, whoa! Have you ever heard that science thing that if you put a frog into boiling water, it'll jump out, but if you put it into a pan of cold water and heat it up, it won't realise and it will die? Or to put it another way, scientists have a lot of time on their hands. Shall we have a go at curing cancer? No, I'm going to see how many fruit pastils it takes to choke a kestrel.
And the topic is sport.
Apparently, Scotland games now at Hampden, they've actually banned food from the ground, and they search you when you're going in to make sure that you've not got food on you. Nice to see that we've got our priorities right, isn't it? What's this, sir? A knife? I hope you weren't planning on making sandwiches. Now, a Scottish guy is the #1 British tennis player. I've not checked my Nostradamus, but isn't that one of the harbingers of the apocalypse? The only time I'd previously seen a Scottish guy playing tennis, it was someone playing charades, attempting to mime the word homosexual.
It's science.
Scientists have just built the world's biggest ever super collider, and they're doing an experiment to find out what makes up protons. I hope that if the experiment's successful, the whole of our reality will dissolve and a big sign will come up that says, Level 2. I always wondered, you know that woman that had the face transplant? See if she gave you a blowjob, would that technically count as a threesome?
Political correctness. Who would like to go? Frankie!
Now, political correctness has changed everything. People forget that even political correctness itself used to be called spastic gay talk. It's not politically correct to say don't give money to charity. I mean, we might want to give money to Africa, but money takes no account of cultural difference or the reality of those people's lives. If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you give him a fishing rod, he'll break it up for firewood. Or swap it for a fish.
Thank you, Mark. Who's going to win the race? The next topic is Scotland. Frankie.
Scotland is officially the most obese nation in Europe. You'd have to wonder what we'd be like if it wasn't for all the heroin. They were talking about making the next Bond Scottish. I was glad they didn't, you know, because Bond was always travelling to all these different countries. If he was Scottish, he'd never get out the duty-free. Come on, Bond, we've only got 18 hours to save the world. It's all very well, Q. Have you seen the price of these little bottles of Stella? Always drinking, Bond, never actually gets drunk. It would have been good to see it just once. Try to phone Q in his ring. I fucking love you, man!
Subject is the environment. Who's going to come in on that one? Oh, Frankie.
Stephen Hawking has just come out and said that global warming might turn the Earth into a cloud of boiling gas. That's Hawking for you. I think I could have worked that out if I just sat about on my arse all day. Ryanair are getting a hard time from the government because they're not doing enough to combat global warming. And you think, well, air travel isn't good for the environment. And surely no one has done more to put people off flying than Ryanair. Nothing punctures that James Bond image quite like being sold peanuts by a stewardess who looks like she survived Hiroshima. There's no way that Ryanair are as big a polluter as China, although Ryanair do have a worse record on human rights.
That's crime.
Crime looking a lot like bird flu there, but... yeah, they're going to bring in super Asbos. Now, I mean, Asbos already sounds too cool. Teenagers see it as a badge of honour. They should call them Gaybos or Bender badges. I tell you the TV show I'd love to see. CSI Glasgow. Well, they've done some preliminary tests and it looks like the intruder definitely did a jobby on the carpet. We got this thing on DVDs now where they say DVD piracy funds the drugs trade. Funds the drugs trade. I don't know about you, but I reckon if you can't make money out of heroin, you're going to struggle in general. Oh, the problem with this crack cocaine is people can just take it or leave it. Thank God we're still selling the Harry Potters.
By process of elimination, Frankie, away you go.
Latvian runners?
I'm guessing that's sport.
It's sport. Oh, did I not? Oh, I thought we were still on men's health, to be honest. I thought we were still dangerous to the testicles, really. That's what that picture seems to indicate to me. OK, we'll, let's do it again. Sorry, my mistake. OK. Do you want to go? Yeah, there we go. Frankie, let's see what you've been left with. I'm guessing sport.
They say that the Olympics is going to rekindle English national pride. I mean, come on, for 9.2 billion, you could have written "fuck off Germany" onto the moon. It's good they're holding the Olympics in the East End of London. It means the athletes will have to use extra skill to work out which of the gunshots they heard was the starting pistol. Glasgow's getting in the act. Glasgow's bidding for the Commonwealth Games. Be good to finally see an international athletics event with a crowd fail a drugs test. The East End of Glasgow is already like an Olympic village. Lots of people who struggle to speak English wandering around in tracksuits. I'm looking forward to our opening ceremony, seeing them lighting that torch from a smouldering Ford Focus.
Topic is celebrity.
Yeah, I've got a bit of an insight into this because I've got to that stage in Scotland where people recognise me but they don't know where from. So last week I got followed by two guys who thought that I was the wee bear from Bo Selector. Apparently, Catherine Zeta-Jones lives in LA, but she has bottles of air imported from Wales. When I want my house to smell like Wales, I just kick my dog until it farts. Pete Doherty, right? Does anyone else think that Pete Doherty is quite fat for a heroin addict? What's he been cutting his heroin with? The hollandaise sauce.
Thank you, Ryan. The next topic is health.
Wow.
Yeah, that says health to me.
There was a health report recently on Scotland that said that Scotland is the worst small country in Europe. And we were quite disappointed because we thought we were the worst small country in the world. Glasgow's chief health officer said that he was slightly surprised by the findings, which caused him to have a massive heart attack. Scotland does, though, have the best mental health record in Europe. And I think that's because in Scotland, you really have to go an extra bit to be judged mental. Sorry, son, we didn't realise you were a schizophrenic. We just thought you were a bit of a character.
OK, the next topic is the Royals. Frankie.
I liked the tour where Prince Charles went to India with Camilla. This year, like proper rural India as well. You know that half the people that saw them were going, Diana's let herself go. Apparently they couldn't send Prince Harry to Iraq because they couldn't afford the resources required to start developing Factor 60,000 sunblock. Poor old Harry had his uniform packed. Was a 1941 SS Stormtrooper. In many ways, Harry's just a typical British squaddy, isn't he? In that he has absolutely no idea who his real father is.
And it's drinking.
As a teetotal alcoholic, that should be quite good. I drink energy drinks now. It's good that they've finally managed to can anxiety. It's good that there's a drink that gives me the resting heart rate of a serial killer who's just spotted that there's a sale on at B&Q. I hate this thing where Guinness always go, we're the national drink of Ireland. Yeah, you're the national drink of a nation of alcoholics. That's like saying that you're Gary Glitter's favourite search engine. I'm teetotal, right? A concept which Scottish people don't understand. So I did a gig in Fife, and I was on stage, and this guy was going up to the bar, and he went, hey, I'll get you a drink as well. And I went, well, I used to be an alcoholic, so I don't drink anymore, but thanks anyway. And he looked at me for a bit, and then he went, a pint of lager shandy?
The topic is reality television.
I think with Big Brother, they should make it more interactive. You know, press the red button now to release a tiger into the house. Press it twice for a serial killer in a hockey mask. 3 times releases John Leslie. Or play a joke on them, you know, where they hear bombs going off in the distance, helicopters going over the house, flames licking up around the fence, then nothing for a few days. And then on eviction night, Davina comes over the tannoy sounding terrified and speaking in Arabic. They said that people in India were burning effigies of Jade Goody, and they weren't. It turned out they were barbecuing a pig.
And it's environment.
Didn't that used to be an advert for mints? Ryanair getting a hard time from the environmental lobby because they've launched a £7 flight to New York. Although, as always with Ryanair, it does land slightly outside New York, in Dublin. It's a pity we can't harness more natural energy, isn't it? Pity we can't harness the power of British moaning. Oh no, that moaning powered light bulb's on the blink again. Oh no, there it is, back on. Everyone complained about the floods, didn't they? I like storms. I like thunder and lightning. What I like to do during a storm is shag my girlfriend and pretend that we're taking part in the conception of the Antichrist.
The next topic is Scotland.
Scotland's full of terrible places. The Pride of Kilmarnock took a bit of a knock recently when they found out that the people of Ethiopia were holding a rock concert for them. Apparently, Sean Connery said that if we get independence, he's going to come back. Brilliant. We can live off his income tax like it was a newly discovered oil field. My favourite Scottish thing ever, I was on a train from Glasgow to London the day after September the 11th happened. September the 12th, I think you'll find. And all these pissed Scottish women got on. There's a guy sat across from me, a Sikh, with a turban on. And one of them goes, "Who are you? I hope you're not going to hijack this train. Some of us are wanting to get home tonight." What are the hijackers going to do at a train? Crash it into the buffers at Glasgow Central? Yes, we've taken down the World Trade Centre next to its Costa Coffee in the sock shop.
It's celebrity. There you go.
It was the anniversary of Elvis's death recently. People still think that Elvis faked his death. Surely if you were going to fake your death, you wouldn't do it in a shitting accident. I mean, you'd do something brave, wouldn't you? Rescue a wee boy from a river. Surely not a jobby-related heart attack. We had the anniversary of Princess Diana's death. I thought that at the concert, only Ricky Gervais paid a true tribute to Diana by dying a painful and horrible death. You can get celebrity sat-navs now. You can get a Princess Diana sat-nav. It just keeps saying, "Put your foot down, I think we can lose them." I'll be honest with you, that joke can go either way.
Thank you all. The first subject is health. Going to volunteer. Frankie.
Part of the side effect of the smoking ban in Scotland is that every pub, no matter how terrible or horrible, now has tables and chairs outside it. Basically, Glasgow looks like Paris after a nuclear war. People say there's no such way as a good way to die, and those people have never heard the phrase drug-fueled sex heart attack. There's a great case in Scotland at the minute. A guy had a sex change, and he had everything chopped off. And then he decided that he wanted to change back. And they wouldn't let him. So he went to the European Court. And they said, OK, you can change back. Now he's changed his mind again. Wants to stay as he is. Typical woman.
The next topic is a war on terror. Who wants in? Frankie.
George Bush says it when he retires, he's going to make his living from speaking. Yeah, play to your strengths, George? That's like Abu Hamza having a career doing shadow puppets. I watched the footage of Saddam being executed, and it really made me think. It made me think, is there nothing on the internet that I won't masturbate to? They put his death on YouTube. I mean, it's really got to bring it home to you as a great dictator when your death gets less hits than a fat Korean boy body popping.
The topic is, it's the UK. Oh, in Ireland.
I've been touring round Britain. It's been rubbish. We're in Bristol, and everybody in Bristol is just hilarious. There's a guy in the train station trying to buy a sandwich, and the woman goes, "That'll be £3, please." And he goes, "I'm not paying £3 for that." And she says, "Well, it's £3, take it or leave it." And he walked off. And as he got to the door, he turned round and he went, "Well, I'll have the last laugh, right? Because I ain't even hungry." almost topped by the restaurant I went to in Bristol, where on the toilet wall someone had drawn a massive cock, and along the shaft they'd written, Bon appetit.
Frankie Boyle. Topic is Labour. Frankie.
I don't trust Alistair Darling. I don't trust anyone whose hair and eyebrows don't match. I keep wondering what his pubes look like. I wouldn't be surprised if he opened his flies and it was just a bunch of daffodils. He looks tired as well, darling, but then he does have to commute in every day from Tracy Island. Gordon Brown looks tired as well. Gordon Brown looks like a sad face that somebody's drawn onto their scrotum. Sherry Blair had her autobiography out. Can you imagine what Gordon Brown's wife's autobiography will be like? It'll be less eventful than Anne Frank's. Wednesday, stayed in, Gordon cried.
The first topic is relationships.
I think when you go on a date with someone, it's a bit like playing cards, isn't it? There's a couple of cards you let the other person see. There's also a couple of cards that you hold to your chest. Well, as you can see, I'm punctual and employed. I'm holding untidiness and sexual deviance. I actually lost my virginity to my mother's best friend. It was my father. It was the only time he ever told me he loved me. I ran into my dad the other day in a lap dancing bar. He was making good tips. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand about sex. You know, like nudie calendars. Nudie calendars? Who's wanking going, I can't believe it's Pancake Tuesday?
It's celebrity.
Tom Cruise has got a creepy marriage going on, hasn't he? I reckon if you went round to their house for dinner, she'd have written, get help in the peas. You seen a photo of Amy Winehouse recently? My God, she looks like a campaign poster for neglected horses. How did Wayne Rooney manage to get married? Probably only because I do sounds quite a lot like ooh ooh. Jade Goody's just been burgled. According to the papers, she lost £100,000 worth of her most prized possessions. That is a lot of turnips.
Frankie Boyle. The next topic is science. Frankie.
Viagra's overrated, isn't it? Do you know Viagra actually takes half an hour to have any effect? I often find that in that time, the woman has managed to wriggle free. You've seen this thing on phones? The word cancer is on predictive text. Who's texting people the news that they've got cancer? I've got cancer. Laugh out loud. Sad face. Can I ask you something? How long is too long to text back to someone? My wife still thinks that I died on September the 11th. It's a good way of getting out of a relationship. A little trick I picked up off my dad shortly before his untimely death aboard the Challenger space shuttle.
Okay, the next topic is animals. Frankie Boyle.
You heard this thing that the human female has exactly the same pheromone scent as an orangutan female? It was news to me. I'll never wear a blindfold again. They told me she was a Geordie. Incidentally, there are only two ways to have sex with an orangutan. Carefully and every which way but loose. I hate pets people with pets. Having a pet is just basically saying, I have tried to find love among my own species. Is there anything sadder than seeing someone with a dog picking up dog shit? I suppose maybe someone without a dog. I don't know how long I could be a vet before I got bored and started shagging stuff. I'd shag an owl, because whatever position you took it from, you could always get eye contact. Or shag a kitten. You know, could you imagine having sex with something that you actually wanted to cuddle afterwards?
Frankie there addressing the topic of animals. Children.
What an unbelievably sinister photograph. Don't worry, this is light-hearted whimsy. I've got a wee baby now, he's 9 months. I'm starting to get a bit fucking sick of him, to be honest. I went to the birth, and going to the birth, it really does bring home the wonder, the miracle, I suppose, that is contraception. Seriously, don't go. It's like watching the deleted scenes from Platoon. I got a wee daughter now, she's 4, and the other day, this is true, we're sitting having breakfast, and my daughter goes, Daddy, what's the best thing in the world? So I didn't even have to think about it, right? I said, darling, you're the best thing in the world. Didn't even have to think about it. It's definitely you. And she sat there for a bit, and then she went, for me, it's sausages.
The first subject is television. Who wants to come in on that? Frankie!
It's so patronising, television, isn't it? I saw a show the other day, and it was like how to sell your house kind of thing. And it said, if someone's coming round to view the house, remember to open your curtains and tidy up. Oh, thanks for that. I'd been planning on redecorating using diarrhoea pills and stencils, then shaving the word welcome into my dog's back. I saw a show for the first time the other day, You Are What You Eat, where a woman gets a trestle table of food in front of a fat person, and they have to pretend to feel guilty as she shows them their dream buffet. Oh, this is terrible. Could you give me 5 minutes on my own here? You've got to be careful what you say on telly. I did a cookery show, and it was 10 in the morning, and it was live, and it was the day of the Glasgow airport attack. And the presenter said, oh, you do topical stuff, don't you? And I said, yeah, like today. We don't know if that was terrorists or just Richard Hammond turning up late for check-in. You don't want to have to whisk eggs for 20 minutes while a studio full of people hate you. See, political correctness is all over television. Apparently, on television, we're now not allowed to say fairy lights because it might be homophobic. Apparently now we've got to call them poof lanterns.
First topic is pensioners. Who wants to come into that? Frankie boy.
We've just heard that Britain, for the first time, has more pensioners than teenagers. What a terrifying statistic for the country's paedophiles. No wonder Gary Glitter didn't want to come back. In 20 years' time, we'll have the first generation of pensioners who can text each other. I've got Alzheimer's, man. Yeah, you told me that like 20 times already, man. To balance the economy out, what we should do, we should give pensioners more money, but only if they take up really dangerous sports. Here you go, an extra 100 quid a week if you start quad biking through safari parks wearing a suit made from ham. It's not how old you are physically, is it? It's how old you are mentally. I mean, my granny is, 83? But she has the mind of a 2-year-old. Just a joke, she's dead.
Next topic is Britain's Got Talent. Frankie.
actually watched this series of Britain's Got Talent, or as I think it should be renamed, How Bored Are Britain's Women and Homosexuals? Susan Boyle to me looks like Gordon Brown playing Mrs. Doubtfire. She was on Oprah Winfrey in America and they subtitled her. And people in West Lothian, where she's from, were absolutely horrified, as many of them can't read. She says that she's never been kissed, and on that evidence alone, Scotland's alcohol problems are not as bad as first thought.